Your book is about objects. You sent me some of these pictures to look at. The first image you brought in was the rifle. Could you tell us the story of the rifle and how it helps us understand World War II?
Obviously, if you're going to write a book about war and it's going to be about objects, the weapons are going to be pretty important. So there's this ritualized moment when a soldier is issued their weapon where they give a vow to, properly use it. This is often the moment when the Red Army Oath is given, and the Red Army Oath ends with the person basically declaring that the state has the right to take away their life should they fail to live up to this oath. This is an army in which there is a very clear understanding that the state has the right to use violence against you should you fail to live up to its standards, and its standards are actually very high. And so, weapons are about discipline in terms of not only, certain bodily practices of using the weapons, but also the idea that it can be used against you. Now, having just mentioned this about discipline, the interesting thing about this particular rifle, or carbine rather, this guy is kissing, this was a specially designed carbine in the middle of the war that was a response to the fact that soldiers kept throwing away parts of their equipment. This is the M44 Carbine that has a special bayonet that cannot be detached. It can only be folded back because soldiers just kept throwing away their bayonets in huge numbers in what is supposed to be a totalitarian system in which there's like total control over people. But we have this interesting situation where, again, largely yesterday's peasants, guys who were moving around constantly, having to walk everywhere, and any extra weight they decide is useless. And many soldiers decided their bayonets are useless, even though the bayonet is this kind of embodiment of aggressiveness and is something that the Red Army is kind of famous for. And yet these guys take things into their own hands in a way that forces the state to completely redesign its fundamental weapon.